the package came from Ninnysnapkins. So let's see what's in the box and what you're going to be seeing me creating with in the next little while. So I'm going to just take everything out of here and we'll go through. Now, Ninny's Napkins, you of course expect napkins, but there's a whole lot more at Ninny's Napkins. She has stamps and stencils and tissue papers and rice papers, and we will get into all of that. So let's see which napkins I got. These are the Easter Friends, and aren't they adorable? One of the features that I love on Nicole's site at Ninny's Napkins is that you can go through the images that she has, and most of the napkins show what it looks like when it's opened. Pay attention to the size, if they're 6x6 napkins or if they're cocktail napkins, because you want to be able to use them on the right size journal page. So, you know, they're nice focal images that you can use. So I absolutely love those. Now I know we're just getting into spring, but OMG, love this one. And here's an example. These, all 4 quadrants are different. And remember, when we water cut, we can change the composition and layer different components on this. I think this one will be a favorite of mine. I love the fall, and I can just see, you know, it's got that script in there, and oh, this one comes in the cocktail size as well as the luncheon size. So this is the larger size, and I'm just going to open this up. So we have 2 of them that are the same, and these 2 are the same. But when you're looking at this for art journaling, this is the 7x10. This would be perfect in the corner of the 7x10, and then you can have texture and something up there. Or it would also work with the 9x12. You can cut out one of these flowers and have it up here and switch up the composition. These are the 2 main sizes that I use. So when I've just gotten my napkins, I want to go through and kind of get ideas. Now this one has a dark background, and I got this. I love the colors, the teal, the navy, the orange, and the yellow, and I love that. So I'm going to use that color scheme, just take the hint from this. But with this one, I'm going to challenge myself to using one with a darker napkin. And again, I can see I'm going to edit out. I may take this toucan off, and I could use the smaller motif here on a 4x4 or in a mini make that would fit on here, my little 3x iCad. And I can just see using the tiger here, or just this corner on one of these. I'm just going to share with you the ideas that I have, and so we have toucans, and these, all 4 are the same. And you'll notice that we have this leaf comes off, but you could cut this leaf off when you water cut it and decoupage it onto this one. So you can have, you know, that toucan would fit on the 4x4. I just lay these on and get ideas 7x10. And I like when the napkins and the motifs I can use on the various sizes, because I don't create with just on one size. I do a variety. So here we have birds and birdhouses. Now this is very pastel, but remember, we can use this as the base and paint over it. I love these anemones here, so I can see myself even just taking maybe that part of it, not the birdhouse. So when you're looking at the napkins, look at different parts of it to get what kind of use you may get out of it. See, that would work, and then I could have room on the rest of the page, this top half of the page, for whatever. Now with these, if these are too pale, remember you can, once you put a coat of matte medium on it and it's become non-porous, you can paint it with either acrylic paints or Inktense pencils or blocks. So when I go through this and I have ideas, what I might do is just write down on a piece of paper what my idea is. I love, love, love the poppies, the poppy with the blue. And again, we can take one part of this, layer it up, and this would work for any size. Loving that. And it seems it's just 4 identical ones. I will be doing a video on how to store your napkins. Love the soft pastel colors of this. So again, that can be in the corner. I can see just taking bits and pieces of this. Love this butterfly. I can just take him. Stencils, I've got the onion blossom stencil, I've got the lilac stencil that I can use with it. We want to pair certain parts of things from our stash together. So on Ninny's Napkins, if you type in the search bar sunflowers or flowers or spring blossoms, try different things and different ones will come back up. Poppies. This is very cute. I want to do a display kind of for the different seasons. We have this little garden motif, and then on the other side, I love when you be able to use texture paste or modeling paste, or you put using stenciling, and you can see with mixed media all of that. So you've got the focal image. And remember, I would probably paint over this, but some of these is very bright, so that it probably would withstand. This is another one that I got to challenge myself. It is not the typical one that I used. It has this scenery like you may see in Italy and I thought that would fit on my 9x12. I would cut this out, paint the rest, and have, you know, old vintage. Something different, challenging myself. Or you could just take this part of it, or this part of it. Another poppy. And it's reversed, which is nice too, because if you want it on this side of the page, you can put it on this corner, or if you want it on this side, it's leaning in. So that's another thing to look for when it's open. But I love these big poppies. I can see making a wreath and just taking the elements out of here and rearranging them on a circular wreath that I make. So it looks like a garden or door wreath. So we have, this is the Barney napkin. This is the larger one. I got 2 sizes of this. This is just going to be perfect for little magnets you can make for Christmas. You can put these on Christmas cards as well, along with this guy. He is adorable. But again, he will fit on a 4x4. He will fit on a greeting card. You can put him down, have texture. That's what I want to start doing. Some of these, not just in my journals, but making greeting cards with them. We have birds on a fence. So this, I think, would go, this fits right across the 7 by 10. You can colorize a little bit. You can put some on one side and some on the other. Love the colors. Just even you can cut out littler parts of it. Birdhouses. So you type in birdhouses, you'll get all the napkins and other things that Nicole has in there. Love the colors of this. You've got the teal with that red that's pointing me in the direction. This could be a 4 by 4. This is a huge napkin. This is the luncheon napkin. You can see. Love, love, love the daffodils. This is like 8 inches by, this is an 8-inch square. And, oh, they're not identical. So we have 2 and 2 here. Love. But the size of this would be on a larger place. That could be here. Ooh, I can just see that right now. The colors, aren't they luscious? Ooh, this one might be one of the first ones I do, cutting around here. And then the rest of the page, a nice springtime saying, maybe from my through the garden gate. Oh, love the colors of this one. So again, that can be down here. Bit of it peeking there, and then you can have another focal image. Mix and match with stamps, stencils, everything. But this might set your color scheme. You know, that peach with the pink, if you haven't ever thought of that. Take the guidance of the napkin artists. If you like something, if it catches your eye, those are colors that you can use. Love lavender. My bathroom is done in all purples and blues. So this one I'm thinking is going to got an 8 by 8 wood panel. I think we're going to put that on there and maybe relax sentiment on there, paint over, but you have 4, so you could do lots. So if you're, you know, check out the angel policy. That is what is allowed with the napkins in the way of, can you make stuff that you can sell? Each company varies, and Nicole has collected those. Love these butterflies. And what I think I might do here with something like this is get a piece of mixed media paper or even just copy paper, line it up, glue them down and cut them out, and then you have ready-made embellishments. Who doesn't love the butterflies? Like, we use them so often. You have tons. These are perfect for my mini makes. Or if you want to do a series of butterflies on the mini canvases, or these cardboard coasters that you can also get from Ninny's. Have a butterfly, use a sentiment from the short and sweet sentiment pack, the single words. Another color combination. Look at these warm colors. Now you can use some of it. This one again, I could be piecing this. This would be another one that I could be putting on to a wreath. Make a mini wreath on here on the wood panel, and then cut out the different motifs and layer them, decoupage them down. Another color plan that I love, orange. Love these. This is inspiring me, you know, to make my own little poppies. Very freehand, just move around, paint and stuff. So sometimes the inspiration can get you to try something on your own. But I would cut this out here. Maybe use some stenciling with the leaves or vines that with some green stencil butter. Combine it with the stencil butters. Ooh, there we go. We got some green. Those two colors are the perfect color for the... There we go. We've got it. All these colors. Mix and match. Hummingbirds, I love, love, love hummingbirds in the blue. So I may just take the hummingbird out, or, you know, the possibilities are here. I can take parts of the flowers, just use the flowers, use the flower and the hummingbird. On this side, so many different ways. Love this one. These colors again. But we have blossoms. We've got little butterflies that we could use with our mini makes, or, you know, ATCs, something smaller than 4x4. And then you have the corners. You can take the motif. I love hydrangeas, so I had to get these, and I love that they have this design. So I'm going to use the same stencil from the Crafter's Workshop on there. And again, we can build this. This hydrangea's not quite there, but I can take part of this one and layer it on top and make it my own. I can paint over this to brighten it if I want, or go more with the vintage look. And so then we have the blue one as well. Wouldn't that make, you know, a mixed media piece on an 8x8? Then you have some texture on this side and then a pink one. And then you can hang those on the wall as a duo. I hope you're enjoying my ideas, but I'm excited because I'll have a video that I can go back to myself. So we have this birdhouse, and I love the larger scale of this, the very natural. I can see using this corner. This will fit on the 9x12. 7x8 might be, or the 7x10 might be a little too small, but, oh, there we go. Let's see. Nope, that would work too. But you wouldn't have as much room to do other mixed media techniques on. The smaller you have it, the more restrained that you are having to do it. And I love these roses. They look like my finger painted roses. And I could probably do some of that on here using the similar colors. Ooh, another poppy. and all over poppy. But again, I can cut parts of it off. Bits and pieces, one motif, layer them up, make my own composition using the different sizes here. This would work for any size. I could be for my 4x4s, my mini makes here with a sentiment or affirmation. Here we have the Poppy Fields stencil in the background, and then I could put the poppy on there and a sentiment, and we are done. A good plan for that is if you have the 2 napkins, you can take one or one quadrant, glue that down onto the mixed media paper, let it dry, cut it out, and then add that to your stash, and then you're ready to glue it down. So if you're pressed for time. So now I'm going to grab, so what we have here are some of the rice papers, different companies. Now look at the size of this, people. This is huge. This is from Stamperia. Look at this. This one I am going to have to do some thinking. I didn't realize. I love the music behind it, the script behind it, the details. But I'm going to have to think really hard about how to use something so big on here. But remember, I can adjust it, even taking it down there on my 9x12. This would probably work well on a canvas or a larger scale wood panel, that they come in all sizes, and then do a lot of mixed media techniques on the other one and just let these guys really, really pop. These are Ciao Bella. Love, 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 love this one. The soft. My problem with some of the rice papers is they're so perfect by themselves. What do you do to add to it? This one I think might end up in my bathroom. I love dragonflies, and it's got the purple. Add some mixed media, add some stenciling. This one may end up on I've got some MDF panels, and then you can separate it, put this more in the corner, and then have some mixed media. This has kind of honeycomb and circles, and that I would take my guidance from that. Here's another one, Protea. But I would put, you know, this in a corner, then I'd move this over here, and then have more of my mixed media, picking out the colors that are in here. Hummingbird. Very, very cute. Gorgeous. But again, I would take this and separate it and put it on a bigger canvas or on a bigger page. Or you could just take this, and this could go on a 9x12 page. This could be just in the corner here, and I can do something else here. Loving that idea. Another hummingbird. Can you tell how much I like it? There's some napkins that I'm thinking this might go with. This one's Stamperia. Love the clocks and the chains and the teal with the rust color. But again, if I want it to go bigger, we could cut this and move this down. Remember, this, you don't have to use it as it is. It's beautiful. They're beautiful artwork. And you got to take a deep breath before you cut them. Angels, love angels. Combine. And if you don't want it to go together, if I just want to use the angel, I can use these other components on a different page. Now both of these are from Ninny's. Nicole designed this. I love the black and white. We've got some text on here. This is kind of like an Insta background. You can take this, just put this down here. Makes a perfect little background, very similar to Tim Holtz's tissue papers and different things. You can have that there, or just a piece of it on, combined with something else that we've had. But the black and white will really stand out when you put color on it and knock it back a little bit. Add a poppy, one of those bright poppies. And this one, we've got the text, the green. Again, this as a background, one of those layers or pieces of the layer when you decoupage down vintage printables. So in a minute I'm going to show you the stamps that I got. I also got a few things from Tim Holtz that she carries. I got 2 of his collage papers. This one is typeset. And you can see that repeats there. So you can rip that out and have that as an element, along with pieces of the rice paper that you don't use on a main piece. Everything you're using, a napkin, doesn't have to be the focal image. It can be one of the layers. So I've never purchased this. You get tons of it. So that one is typeset. So you have numbers and letters, and so instead of getting all the different stamps, you can have that, and it speeds up the process. And then this one is botanical. And look at these black and white flowers. I'm loving them. I can see myself just taking this flower, putting it down and painting it, colorizing it. The berries, the anemone, the fern, as well as using them black and white. The problem is going to be, what am I going to use first? Then I got, I've never purchased this ephemera sheet. There's layers. This is called Botanical. And I just thought these just might be perfect. So we've got butterflies. This is perfect for putting on my mini notebooks, putting on the 4x4 coasters, to make a quick, easy, my mini makes. Right? It's perfect for the on the go crafter. If you don't have a lot of time and you don't have your stash built up, this way you can, I love that. The colors there, mix and match. So I think I'm just going to sort these out. this is going to get you creating a whole lot faster. They're fairly thick paper, so I would probably glue them down with gel medium. They're a bit shiny, so when you glued it down with a matte finish, that will take off any shine. I'm not a fan of shine. And then you can colorize parts of it should you wish to. Ooh, loving that. So much loveliness. Love that. The sunflowers. I've already picked out a few favorites here. You got two of everything, I think. So what you're looking at here are some stamps. These are from Woodware, and they are absolutely adorable. This little gnome I thought was way smaller. I'm so thrilled. This is my 7 by 10, and he fits. He is 5 1/4, 5 and some tall and 3 inches wide. So he is a good size. I thought he was going to be able to fit onto my 4x4s, but he will fit on my 7 by 10 or my 8 by 8. He would fit there for a cute bedroom. This would even fit on, I don't even know where it went to. You could put several of them on a page, but even on the 9 by 12, he wouldn't be dwarfing it too terribly badly and stuff. So we can see this one, Dream, Inspire, Love, and Peace. Love the little words. You can put those on a lot of mini makes. This is almost 4 inches by 3.5. Love these. We've got kind of the swirls, which you know I love, and the botanical, the leaves. Different one. This one's more fall. This one's more spring. In a minute, I'm going to put ink on these. And each of these is like 3 by 2. So they're a fairly decent size. This one, we've got 2 different patterns. At first I thought they were just 2 halves, but there's 2 different patterns here. So I'm adding those markings in the background. So these are the Woodware ones, and they are photopolymer, which from my understanding are the better kind of stamps. Then I have this Stamperia one, which is text, but it's bigger words, and that's something I've been putting a lot more on. And then another texture stamp from the darkroom door that Nicole is now starting to carry the darkroom door. She's getting more and more in. This one has gears, but I just thought that was nice to add just that little bit of texture in there. I think a lot of these ones will also work well with my gel medium, stamping with gel medium technique.